Well, it was a little bit of a scorcher out there today with temperatures in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees, and it looks like we're going to be on a broken record pattern for this week. Let's take a look outside right now at Seneca, Missouri, Indigo Sky Casino and Resort. A beautiful sunset out there, beautiful crescent moon. Get out there and get a chance to enjoy that. We're going to see mostly fair skies through most of tonight. We made it up to 90 in Joplin today, starting out at 62, which was below normal, but we ended up above normal on the high, so it all kind of evened out. 101, the record's back in 53, and 49, wouldn't that feel nice, back in 1976. But for the rainfall for the year, though, we're still about 6.5 inches below normal, and that's not counting the drought situation from last year. So we're way behind on rainfall, and unfortunately there's none to be found, including tonight across the area. Very dry, radar is clear. Temperatures are pretty pleasant in some areas, 77 in Monette, same thing in Nevada, Fort Scott, pick out your hometown, already down to 74 up the road there in Iola, still 81 though in Independence right now. Rain chances over the next 36 hours are going to be pretty close to zero, or a big old goose egg. There might be an isolated storm or two, but not really a whole lot to be found, as we're going to be under the ridge of high pressure for quite some time. Instead, we're going to see mostly fair skies tonight, with temperatures dropping down into the mid-60s, like Lamar with 66, same thing in Fort Scott, 68 in Iola, 68 over there in Coffeyville by about 6 o'clock in the morning. Then tomorrow, we're going to basically be a duplicate of today, with temperatures in the upper 80s, especially up to the north and east, like in Osceola with 89, 89 in Nevada, and then lower 90s out to the west, like in Parsons, Fredonia, and Eureka, all with about 90 and 92 down in Nowata. Then as we go through the overnight hours into Wednesday morning, we'll see the winds change around a little bit, as we're going to be under the influence of a low pressure in the upper levels, moving a little bit closer to us. So we'll see readings in the 60s to the east, 70s out towards the west, and the storms on the radar are going to be way out to the west, might hit Sedan with a shower or two, but don't hold your breath. And then Wednesday afternoon, temperatures again in the upper 80s to around 90 degrees, a little bit cooler off to the east with mid-80s off to the east. Then on Thursday morning, partly cloudy skies with highs in the mid-60s across the area. And all of this is because of this ridge of high pressure that is basically setting up shop across the central United States, a trough on the east and a trough out to the west. And we're in between. And this trough is going to try its best to move back towards the west, giving us a little bit of a break in the heat, but then it's going to rapidly pull off towards the north and east, and the ridge comes back in, and then we go into a northwest flow pattern. And the northwest flow pattern allows pieces of energy to come across in the upper levels, and then as we go into the overnight and early morning hours, we get a storm complex developing to the north and west, and then it rolls across our area. So that's when we're going to see the rain chances increase, especially as we head towards the weekend. But until then, it's going to be dry as a bone, with rainfall amounts very, very scarce, maybe a tenth or so in some isolated spots as we go through the forecast into Sunday. The good news is the summer looks wetter than normal, and I hope this verifies, because we desperately need it. But right now, the 90-day forecast does have a little bit wetter than normal conditions and slightly warmer than normal on the temperatures. So that would be great if all that verifies. It's going to be hot this week, that's for sure. Temperatures in the 90s, or close to it anyway. 87 on Thursday, the cool day. And then Thursday, or Saturday and Sunday is that's when we have the chance of showers and storms come into our picture. And then 93 on Monday, and then more showers and storms possible on Wednesday and Thursday. So it's not a total drought situation this week, but it's certainly going to be dry and very warm.
We might get a few sprinkles, and unfortunately, if that happens, it might be on the weekend.
That's right.
Thanks, Sam.